Hello again. Oh, welcome back to my channel. And just arrived in Seathwaite again. Probably recognise the area if you watch my videos. And what a day it is. I think it was about 17 degrees when I left the car. So it's for March, I mean that's crazy. But they will take it. I'm going to take advantage of it, that's for sure. So I'm heading up now towards Stockley Bridge. And I haven't seen anyone yet. There's a lot of cars parked down towards Seathwaite Farm there, but I haven't actually seen any people on the trail. I mean, I've only just set off. So, got a mountain camp planned. Hopefully it's going to be an interesting one, this. Something different. I've been thinking about it for quite a while. And I haven't really scoped it out. But I've got a plan B just in case it doesn't work out. I may have to do something else. But we'll get on a bit further and see what it's like. Just looking up to Scarfell Pike, up there, see loads of people on top. Not surprising on a day like this. No tents at Styhead Tarn, still early yet, so I wouldn't expect there to be any here. Great end, real favourite of mine that. So we'll head on up to the stretcher box and then we'll take a steep right turn for the ascent of Great Gable. I couldn't remember where the last stream was, so I've just topped up here with a litre of water. That's I think it's Aaron Slack. That's another ascent to what's it called, Windy Gap, which you can then turn left up to Great Gable or right to Green Gable, but I'm going to go onto the stretcher box and then just head up directly from there. Look at that though, what a day, what a day. Could sit here all day, but got a job to do, haven't we? Great Gable. Let's go. Right, so we just made it to the stretcher box. Here we are. Start of the ascent to Great Gable, which is up there. And that was really nice. I just met a guy that I used to work with about 20 years ago and I haven't seen him since. So it was really nice to meet him and have a little chat. So if you're watching, Dave, great to meet you, pal. Yeah, so usually takes me about an hour to get up here. So I'm about halfway up the ascent now to Great Gable. Fantastic views looking down to Styhead, across to Great End and the Scarfells there. Still got to get that other half of it done, and with this heavy rucksack it's quite a slog this. Get on with it though, no big deal. So I've just reached this relatively flat grassy spot, probably about 3/4 way up to Great Gable, and bittersweet memories for me, this place. Last time I was here back in September, I was just pitching up and a freak storm just blew my tent over as I was pitching up and damaged it, so that was a bit of a disaster. There's a video on my channel, and I had to pack up and go home. And then when I got home, my life had changed forever. But anyway, nearly at the top now. Just thought I'd have a bit of a breather at this grassy bit, and time to plod on. A bit hazy, and there's a bit of a breeze here as well. I hope it doesn't get any more than this. You'll find out why a bit later when I show you the pitch. Well, I may not be able to do this pitch. It's really, how can I describe it? Edgy. Yeah, so I don't even know if it's on or not. I need to get there and have a proper scope out of it, and make a decision then if I can get in there or not. If not, I'll just have to come back up to the summit and find somewhere else. Let's go. So here we are, made it. Summit of Great Gable, just there. Looking down to Water, Scarfells. You'll know all this as well as I do if you watch my videos. Down into Ennerdale down there. And it's a bit hazy. I am not complaining, I really am not. And there's just a gentle breeze. So I'm a bit peckish now. I've got some sandwiches in my bag. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move over to where I'm planning to pitch, have a sandwich, and just wait up and see if it is an option after all. I've run it through in my mind a few times and thought it might be an option. So I'll move over there now, have a sit down, have a sandwich, and just take it all in and have a look at it and weigh it up and decide what I'm going to do next. So before I go, I just want to show you the commemorative plaque there on the summit of Great Gable. This is in memory of the members of the climbing club that died in the First World War. It's a special mountain for a lot of people, is Great Gable. It's very popular, and it is a special mountain for a lot of people. It's also in the top 10 highest, so I've got a bit of a quiz for you. Top 10 highest in the Lake District. Can you name the top 10 highest? Can you name them in the correct order? And then if so, what number is Great Gable? So I'll start you off. Number 1 is Scarfell Pike. Take it from there. So this is what Great Gable's all about for me. I absolutely love this place. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Great napes. So coming up here is giving me a chance to scope out my potential pitching spot, but I've just got to get to it. So far so good. And somewhere on this this video clip that I'm filming now is the spot. Have a guess where. Time to get the rucksack back on now and move a bit closer to that pitch. Let's go. Right, so I've just come down from up there. That's where I was last time I was filming. Top of there, down there, which is really bloody steep, and I need to get across this scree section now, but to get absolutely amazing. Look at that. Oh, there's some people over there. Right, let's figure this out and get on with it. So what I've decided to do, I've just seen those guys up there. Now I thought the only way to get across this was to get across this scree slope there, but I'm just watching them because it looks like there may be a path on the grass higher up. If there is, I'm going to go back up there and then across that way, because that is slippy as hell and I don't want to end up literally in hell. Yeah, I think they're going to pop out just where I descended down there. Right, means getting back up there, which ain't easy either, but it's better than risking getting across that and slipping, definitely. That is really steep and loose. Ah yeah, there they are. Right, I'm going to go back up there. Let's go. What a location this is, absolutely amazing. Look at that. This is the real Great Gable. I think a lot of people just go up to the summit and they don't even see this. As you can imagine, I'm just being dead careful with my footing. I don't want to end up down there. Wow. And then looking back up there to Westmoreland Cairn up there. But if you just go a bit this way, I just want to show you. That. This is the pitch I've been planning and it's worked out, I can't believe it. First thing I wasn't sure about is how flat it would be. I needed a tent with a small footprint, that's why I bought the Alpkit Soloist. Love that little tent. I didn't know if I get the pegs in either. I can get the pegs in. I thought it might be rocky ground with rocks underneath, so I just didn't know. But if so, I was just going to go back up to the summit and find somewhere, maybe head back down that way where I've camped before. But it's all worked out and I just can't believe it. Yeah, the thing with this game, what it's all about really is, I mean, that's a 100 quid tent. How much is a Illyberg Solo? 800 quid, something like that. You don't always need a Solo, but I wouldn't like to take that to the Cairngorms. So it's matching the tent that you've got to the conditions. Now that's far easier said than done, because the conditions, as we know, change sometimes rapidly. And sometimes the forecasts are way off as well. I've experienced that a lot recently. But everything seemed to click into place for this one. and we haven't got through the night yet, so but the omens are good that we'll be all right in that little tent. I'm so pleased to be back out in that. I love it. I do. I love that little tent. There's not much room for doing stuff, but when the weather's like this, you can, you know, I'll be sat out here most of the time. I'll basically just sleep in the tent. So that's why you don't really need a lot of room inside it. It goes dark about 6:30, something like that tonight. So I will be in it for quite a while. It comes light. I'll probably be up about 5 o'clock, start watching the sunrise. But yeah, weather like this, I can spend a lot of time out here, so I don't need to be stuck in the tent. That's why I prefer this type of thing in the summer months when there's less darkness. Yeah, pleased with that, and I'm just going to get set up inside the tent now and just do a bit of chilling for a bit and basking in this. Right, see you in a bit. weather is unbelievable. Sun, gentle breeze. God, tell you what, I've earned this. some of them camps I've been on recently, bloody horrendous. This is a bit of payback. Definitely earned this. Can't believe there's just no wind. Just can't believe it. Camps like this, these are just perfect camps, and all that suffering and high winds, rain, freezing your blooming balls off, all that. This is just payback. But you need to go through it. You need to suffer that to really appreciate this. Absolutely amazing. Well, what about this for a brew with a view? As a great man says, does it get any better than this? Cheers. I also want to take this opportunity to just say to you guys a massive thank you for all your support over the past 12 months. It's really kept me going and motivated me to do more and to do better, to do things like this. It would have been quite easy to pack it all in, but you guys watching my videos, liking my videos, commenting on my videos, it's just it's been absolutely amazing, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So cheers to you lot. Thank you. So that sun's just starting to go down now. It's just 6:30, and because it's dropping, the temp's dropping quite a bit. It's 7 degrees now. I think the forecast was to drop to about 5 degrees overnight, and relatively that's warmer than I've been camped in quite a bit recently, but it's still cold, 5 degrees when you sat around doing nothing. So I've got my long johns on, and I've put these long trousers on as well, took my shorts off, and I've got this hoodie, t-shirt and a thermal thing underneath that, and before long I'm going to put my insulated down jacket on. Yeah, when you sat around like this, certainly start to feel the cold. We're just looking across to Scarfell there. Can you see a little pocket of snow on the side of Scarfell Pike? I don't know if you would be able to see that on the GoPro, but yeah, not much left. This only bit I've seen. Looks like that'll be it for winter. But saying that, I mean, last April we did get a right dumping of snow at the beginning of April, so yeah, maybe we'll get that again. But once the ground starts warming up, even if you do get a dumping of snow, it's gone within 24 hours, something like that. Yeah, look at that though. Wow. Beautiful. That's real solitude that. You can just hear the sound of the river down in the Wasdale Valley there. That's all I can hear. Oh, saying that, some climbers down there. Leaving it late, but hey. Brilliant. It's a real adventure playground, this place, really is. Just abseiling down. Nice one. Right, I'm going to get my insulated jacket on, and I think I'll stick my gloves on as well. He's going cold now. It'll be okay though. It's going a bit dark now. I hope you can still see me. It's temperature's 5 degrees now. You can see that, 5 degrees, and I've got all my gear on now. Got my insulated jacket on, got my gloves on, and something I do when I get to camp is I put my boots in what I call camp mode. So I undo the laces, slack them all off, and then just wrap the laces loosely around my ankle and tie them there. So it just gives your feet a bit of a rest, but you can still wander around camp with your boots on. What you need to remember to do though is when you set off walking back, you need to put your boots on properly, because they're no good for proper walking. Just mooching about camp, they're fine. Yeah, so all good now, all nice and toasty. Just having a bounty, bit of luxury, and watching it all, watching the world go by. Just got dance classics on, so that's all good. Got to switch it off when I speak to you guys, because copyright and all that. Yeah, it's amazing, really is. Just see the lights coming on now down at the Wasdale Inn, just down there, and Wastwater's lit up as well. Just got a message from a guy, Connor, that's he's camped on Gill Head there. He was asking me about camping on there, so I've given him some info, and he's up there tonight. So signal's a bit sketchy up here for me, but I managed to get a message to him and back and forth, so he's up there now, which is great. Yeah, so that's it for a while. I'll sign off for now, and might come back to you in a bit. See ya. Hello. So I'm gonna have a go at filming this just on my GoPro with my head torch, using it as a light too, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just got my mat out now, so I'm just laid on the ground, and it's an absolutely perfect night. There's no wind. It's about 3.5 degrees at the minute, and the skies are just totally clear. It's absolutely amazing. The more you look up and the more your eyes adjust to it, the more stars you can see. They're just millions of them. And it's just silent as well. There's just no wind. It's just absolutely gorgeous night. But yeah, it's temperature about 3 degrees now, but because there's no wind, it's not too bad. I've got my gloves on and everything, but it's great to be just out like this. I can't really film it. I've took some photographs, I'll be able to show you them, but I can't really video it because my gear's not good enough to be able to show you the night sky. But take it from me, it's amazing. Oh man, loving it. See you in a bit. Oh, good morning. It's my alarm's gone off. I set my alarm for 5 AM, and what a night. Not a breath of wind, nothing at all. So sunrise is about just after 6. So I'm going to have a look outside now and see what we've got. I've just got the door open and I can see that that orange in the sky. It's already starting. It's starting to come light. So I'm going to get out now and just see what's going on. But God, it's so nice to have a night like that. There's just no wind, nothing at all. Temperature dropped to 2 degrees. It may drop a bit more yet, but it's just been an absolute pleasure, it really has. Right, get out and see what's going on. So I'm just trying to show you how little wind there is. Hopefully you can see me. I've not got, my gear's not no good for filming in poor light, but I'm just trying to show you. Just there, my little candle's burning outside. Moon's there, rising over the Scafell range. I mean, the fact that you can hear me on my iPhone, I'm filming on my phone, which the microphone on that's terrible. There's just no wind. Sun's starting to come up over there. Won't get a sunrise because it comes up over there, so we'll be blocked by Great Gable. But we should get the pink in the sky appearing to the west there. Can't believe that little candle's outside. That is just bloody hell. So hopefully we've got enough light now to do a bit of filming on the GoPro. So I just wanted to show you my setup when I'm in the Soloist. So I've got the tent there. Now what I always do is put my rucksack in a bin bag. There's not a lot of room inside the tent and I want to maximise the room that there is. So there's my rucksack outside in a bin bag. All good. But again, I can't believe it this morning. There's not even any dew or anything on anything. Tent just bone dry. All I can describe those conditions last night and now is just perfect. Little candles burnt out. You know, I set it going and because there's no wind, it just kept burning until it's done. Just a word of warning, if you're going to have a flame of any type in the mountains, you know, grass can set on fire, so just be really careful. I wouldn't even recommend you do it unless you can not take your eyes off it, because there's been some reports of fires already, and we're only in March. Up in Loch Lomond I think there's been some fires, so yeah, just don't bother with fires unless you can trust yourself to behave. So just in case you're wondering about the title of this video, it comes from this area on Great Gable, which is known as Great Hell Gate, and I think it's quite aptly named, the Gates of Hell. Wow. Certainly wouldn't like to fall down there. I think that would be hell. So I've just made my porridge, and I'm going to eat that now and have a think about which way I'm going to go back. I'll probably just head back the standard direct route. That's back up to the summit of Great Gable, then drop down to Windy Gap, up to Green Gable, and then down Base Brown and down Sourmilk Gill, back to the car. I think I will anyway, but might just change my mind en route. Right, let's get some breakfast. Right, so I'm all packed up, ready to start heading back now. It's just gone 7:30, but my route back is sort of up there, and I can tell you what, it's not easy. It's a bit of a precarious route down to get to here and back as well. As you can see, I mean, look at the place. It's quite full on. And something I would say as well is, camping here in less than perfect conditions, you're going to get hammered. You really are. There's nowhere to shelter. The wind comes in here and you will get absolutely battered. So really pleased that I had conditions like this. Didn't even need a tent last night, if I'm honest. Everything's packed away now, leave no trace, just as I found it. Don't be a disgrace, leave no trace. Let's get going. Just whacked my phone into my mouth as I was coming up. Views down into Annydale there. Kirkfell Pillar. Morsdale Horseshoe. Superb. Then looking down to Crummock Water. I can never remember what they're called, this lot here. Grassmore over there, Whiteless Pike, did them quite recently. Red Pike, High Style, I think. You'll know better than I do. Anyway, let's get up to this summit. So here we are, back at the Westmoreland Cairn. Getting quite warm now. This thermal top's going to have to come off, and great napes. Never get tired of that. Right, so it's only a quick 5 minutes and we're up to the summit there. So here we are, Great Gable summit. It's nearly 8 o'clock now, and as you can see, all to myself. Bet not many people experience this. I'll tell you what, in a few hours, I bet they're selling tickets to get on here. Day like this, it'll be heaving. Anyway, so there's a bit of a scrambly sort of section as you drop off down to Windy Gap, and then it's up to Green Gable, which you can't actually see from here. That's base brown there. So we drop down there and then back to Sourmilk Gill and leave all this magnificence behind. Oh God, such solitude here. It's bloody amazing. Listen to that. Right, let's get going. So Green Gable's come into view now, just there. So we drop down quite steeply, there's a bit of a scrambly bit. Drop down to Windy Gap and then it's steep up the other side to Green Gable. Surprised I haven't seen anyone yet. It's 8:15. Thought I might have seen someone. Probably all hungover from the barbecues last night. Just looking down to Starhead Tarn there. That's where I came up yesterday. I think I mentioned looking up here, I can see. I think I can see 3 tents. So I've just got to the scrambly bit now, just down there. As I always say, with this heavy rucksack, you've got to be really careful with this. Probably get my hands on the rock and keep low. If I slip, at least then I'm halfway down rather than falling fully. Let's get on with it. those views down to Annandale. Another wow day, really is. Gorgeous. Well, it's quite a short steep slog up here, this scree slope, up to Green Gable. So we'll head up that way now. Here we are, Green Gable. Been up here a few times previously. Wow, Great Gable. Looking down to Annandale. Not seen anyone yet still. So I'm just making my way through the Gillicombe Valley, I think it's called. So we've got Base Brown up there, Grey Knots and Brandreth over there. Just got to watch where I'm going. I'm going to trip up here over all these rocks. Yeah, so I'm heading towards the top of Sourmilk Gill, just down here. Just had to go back about half a mile. Realised I'd dropped my sunglasses. Right, on we go. That was painfully cold. I wasn't going to do it, but I thought, I've seen all these pictures on Instagram of women doing wild swimming, but women are blooming way tougher than me. And I went to the walk I did recently as well. There was a couple of women swimming and there was snow on the ground. And I'm, my God. So I thought, I've got to get in. So, I mean, this is a regular dunking spot for me, so I thought I'm going to get in. But that is really cold. Well, it's cold for me anyway. I'm not haze, you know. Right, I just went in my shorts, so it's only about half an hour walk back. Then I'll get changed at the car. Superb. Right, I'll get changed and we'll head back. Right, so I'll head back now. I don't bring any swimming gear. I've just gone in what I had. No towel or anything. No big deal. Weather like this. Soon dry off walking back. So I'm just looking back down into Seathwaite now, where I started from. Probably take me half an hour to get back down there. But what an amazing camp that was. I've been sort of thinking about that for probably over a year, and just wanted conditions to be right. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to pitch up there or not, as I said earlier, but it worked out absolutely stunning. The weather's just gorgeous. Got my first wild swim in this year in March. Pretty early for me, that. But yeah, stunning camp. Hope you've enjoyed it too. And as always, thanks for your support, guys. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. See ya.